and then he kissed me on the lips and disappeared into the crowds.
How we doing, guys? It's your boy Black Ginger, and the flock is taking off. Buckle up. So when I first started this trip, I knew it was going to be an accomplishment of personal growth and of seeing the world. And looking back, it definitely was, but honestly, in the beginning, I had no idea how I was going to accomplish this. And if you've seen the end of Project 30, you know how awkward and how introverted I used to be.
Ooh, my fly guy!
The first time I ever enjoyed a party was July 2nd, 2019. Okay, it wasn't really a party, it was more of a bar with people drinking and dancing, but it was the first time that I had ever relaxed and just enjoyed myself inside of a social function, basically. This was the start of what would eventually become a party world tour, and how I started living like Christian. I'll run through some of my favorites for you guys. July 5th. So today was one day after my bike accident, and it also ended up being one of my blackest nights of my entire trip. I may have drunk, whatever. I might have gotten a little bit too drunk tonight. That's all I gotta say. But it was just to compensate for all the pain that my legs were feeling. So don't get mad. I was just trying to medicate. Medicate? Is that a bad word to say? I probably shouldn't say that. Whatever. I was just trying to get dranked up, boy. My tip. Don't try to recreate this one at home, because I ended up making a 30-minute walk on two bloody legs, and it wasn't fun, I'm not gonna lie. July 6th. I was on my way back to yesterday's bar, the Atlantic Pub, when I accidentally stumbled across this huge college party going on. I met this super drunk guy outside. I don't remember what his name was. But anyway, I met this super drunk guy outside. He told me that it was a graduation party for an art school in Florence, and that there was almost 200 people inside just going crazy. Yeah, I know. He also gave me some advice on how to talk to girls, but it wasn't very helpful, and before I knew it, he ended up disappearing inside of the crowd, so I didn't end up seeing him again that night. But when I got inside, when I made my way inside, I was greeted with some crazy black lights, and everybody around me was covered in glow-in-the-dark neon paints. It was insane. The night ended with two conversations, one of which came from a Mexican family whom I eventually found out they're actually TV stars from Mexican Dynasty. But the Mexican family, they gave me advice on how to disarm an assailant who's wielding a knife or a gun. I don't really know if I could do it in action, but I know the concept, so I felt safe. The second conversation was between a group of art students who I found later on in the night, who actually were at the party with me earlier, and we ended up just talking for hours and hours about existentialism. I don't really know how many people can say that they've had an existential crisis with a bunch of Italians at 3 in the morning, but I'm gonna say that's an achievement. July 9th. Today I met two girls, Love and Cav, from South Africa and India. Turns out Love works for the biggest party promoter in Florence, so let's just say that this was my craziest night in Italy. So we hung out for the next few hours before our night of bar hopping began. We went to several different bars and clubs around Florence, and we met a lot of different people, but nothing compared to our finale, the Flow Bar. The Flow Bar was this incredible nightclub that sat on top of the tallest hill in Florence, the Piazza di Michelangelo, overlooking the entire city, and besides the incredible view, inside was almost 300 people, the loudest music system I've ever heard, and probably the most sexiest women I've ever seen in my entire life. But keep in mind that in America, I am under the age of drinking, so I can't say I've ever been to a club until I got to Italy, so I don't have much experience in that regard. Why the hell do I do that? This was also the night that I met Christian. For the important part of the story, we'll say that I met him at Flow, but in all honesty, I met him earlier in the night at a different bar when I was bar hopping, and he just happened to show up at the Flow bar later on that night. Christian saw me standing by myself at Flow, and he approached me to see why I looked so glum. I told him that I couldn't dance. I'll summarize what a wise man told me because this was almost a 10-minute conversation inside of a booming club.
Dance like nobody is watching you. As long as you're confident, nobody can ever make fun of you or tell you you're wrong. Don't think so hard about what you're about to do next. Just let the music take control of your body and move from there.
And then I told him that my biggest issue was mostly that I was just scared to approach the girls around here. I'll summarize what a wise man went on to say.
Look at all these sexy women around you. Now look at me. I'm confident enough to go up to each of these girls and ask them for a dance and a kiss, and most of them are going to say no. Some of them may even slap me, but at least 1% of the time, they're going to say yes, and I'm going to be happy. Now look at you. You look way better than me, man. You're golden. You're tall, got a nice face, you're funny, and your hair is fire. There's literally no reason that you should ever be scared to talk to a girl. The worst thing that they're going to do to you is turn you down, and then what? You're still just as golden, and now you have a little more experience talking to girls. That's a win-win. Now go out there and win.
And then he kissed me on the lips and disappeared into the crowds. That was the most magical moment of my life. But that definitely marked my transition from a caterpillar to a chrysalis. You see, no matter how many times I said that I was prepared to grow, I was always too scared to take the steps necessary to achieve my better future. Not anymore. Thanks to Christian, I was finally able to open up to myself, and for the rest of my trip, there was nothing too scary for me to ever face head on. And the partying didn't stop there. But I think that's enough for now. Thank you guys all for watching today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share me with a friend who needs to hear that they're golden, because everybody needs to hear that they're golden once in a while. And comment down below, I don't know, your funniest party memory, or if you have any party memories, tell me about that. I don't care. I mean, I do care. I just don't care specifically what you share with me. But I care about the story because I'm a caring person. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Live forward, learn backwards. Peace.
Thank God we looked at teaching.
Oh shit. Oh, sorry. Just trying to wake you up, little sleeping beauty.
The only reason why I felt you